everyone. Welcome again to Rhapsody of Experiences.
Thank you for joining us.
A woman was raped and stabbed in her home and the assailant fled. When investigations were ongoing, the woman, who was recovering at the hospital, identified a certain man as her attacker. The man was Archie Williams. Archie Williams fought the charges. His mother and sister testified that he was home asleep at the time of the crime. No one listened to them. Archie Williams was convicted and sentenced to life without parole, which meant that he would spend the rest of his life in jail. Guess what? 37 years later, a DNA test was conducted on the rape kit. The fingerprint at the scene of the incident did not match Archie Williams. Further investigations also revealed the identity of the supposed real culprit. Archie Williams, an innocent man, had spent almost an entire lifetime in jail. This story came to fore because Archie, who was set free after the DNA test, just fulfilled his dream of auditioning at America's Got Talent show. You see, we can all complain about COVID-19 pandemic, lockdowns, and economic hardship, like the man without shoes, till he saw someone without legs. Archie has been denied the luxury of life by being confined within the walls of a prison as an inmate for 37 years. Is this not enough for someone to feel abandoned by God? Pastor O.
Thank you, Pastor Foreman. No, he wasn't abandoned by God. No, God cannot abandon anyone, and God did not abandon him. 37 years is no joke. 37 years is not 37 months. Neither is it 37 weeks, not 37 days. During the COVID-19 lockdown, many countries shut down for, say, 30 days. And yet people were screaming, let alone 37 years. It's bad enough that somebody was convicted for a crime he committed for 37 years. But for a crime that you are innocent of and spending 37 years, it's no joke. He had a strong will. He had a strong mind. I love what Archie Williams said. He said, though I was in prison, I never allowed my mind to be in prison. Meaning, he was in jail, but his mind was not there. And that was why he's turning his story to testimonies. Thank you.
Pastor O, do you know if God allowed it, then it was okay, because God never makes mistakes. You know, I was actually researching this Archie story and realized that while he was in jail, he was a positive influence on his inmates. They were singing together, they were praying together, and maybe that was even the reason why he went to jail, to go and influence lives. What do you think?
Yes, Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Meaning that there is a power that works in us. Archie Williams recognized that power that worked in him. And he took it a step further. He used it for Christ. He was singing. He did not allow his mind to be in jail. And he influenced the lives of others that were in prison with him.
Which was very important. Pastor O, do you know that there are people that face similar fates? People that get wrongly accused, wrongly jailed for things they know nothing about. I remember the story of one mechanic that the family came out to say he died in jail and he was even wrongly accused.
Yes.
There's so many people that go through this. And if you think about them, what would you say to them?
Yes, this wasn't the first time. Genesis chapter 39 from verse 1 to 20 or thereabouts, Joseph suffered similar fate. He was thrown into prison for the sin that he never committed. Potiphar's wife accused him. But guess what? He moved from being a prisoner to becoming a prime minister. So yes, there are people who have suffered the same fate, but they should not take that as the end of the world. It is not over yet because they have failed. It is not over yet because they are in prison. It's not over yet because they have been accused. God is not asleep. God is with them. God will see them through. They will triumph from that experience. They should use that experience as a springboard to greater things.
When one processes this, Pastor O, it looks like nothing can compensate for this mistake. But to be very honest, no time is ever late. Pastor O, my mother set up a primary school at the age of 70. Because you see, God has bestowed upon us graces, skills, talents, so much uniqueness for us to use and affect our generation. And it really doesn't matter what time we bring it to fore, as long as we do. If Archie wasn't in prison, maybe he would have died. Maybe something would have happened to him. I personally believe that God sent him to jail to preserve him, probably for such a time as this. He has come out and he has auditioned for America's Got Talent and he performed wonderfully. Pastor O, is there something else you have to say?
If you look at Joel chapter 2 verse 25, he says, "And I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten, the cankerworms and the caterpillar." What is God telling you? He's saying that he will restore all those years. The 37 years was not in vain. He should forgive the people, from the judge to the investigative officer, and everyone involved. He should move on with his life, for he has a testimony that has gone to the whole world. That is one. Then two, he should take whatever experience that he had, as a springboard for greater things to happen. Thirdly, he had that strong will from God in his mind that will enable him know that he has greater things to achieve, that he has more things to achieve, that he has to live his life for Christ, that he has to touch many more souls. Because, as you said, Pastor Ifoma, who knows? He probably would have gone to this prison for a time such as this to touch lives and lead many to Christ.
Pastor O, I'm happy Archie did not give up on himself. God also did not give up on him. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about.
Yes, it actually goes to show the flaws in human judgment. Human judgment, no matter how good it seems, this happened in America, where we're told there's rule of law. But you could see somebody was sent to jail 37 years, an innocent person. It goes to show us the flaws in human judgment. The only judgment that is flawless and perfect is God's judgment. And that is why each and every one of us have to prepare and be ready for God's judgment. How ready are you?
Thank you, Pastor O. Archie's story really inspired me. It's a story that has touched me so much that I imagine that I need to be grateful. Archie's story has taught me gratitude. It has taught me that no matter where you are in your life, no matter what you're passing through, you should be grateful to God, because there are some other people who do not have the luxury that you are enjoying, and they also do not have the privileges that you have. Anything else, Pastor O?
Yes, just as I said before, it is not over until you conquer. There is no limit to what you can achieve if you set out your mind to conquer.
Archie Williams, wherever you are, it is well with you in the mighty name of Jesus. It's also well with every other person who has passed through similar situations. I hope they come out alive to tell their story. Thank you everyone for watching. It's still Rhapsody of Experiences. Follow the conversation on YouTube. Join us on Facebook group. And we also have a community on Facebook, Rhapsody of Experiences. Till we come your way next time, it's Pastor Ifeoma Chibogo.
And Pastor O. Keep sharing. Thank you.
Bye.